You know, something I've been thinking about lately is how hard we can be on ourselves. And I mean really hard. Sometimes harder than anybody else has ever been on us. We'll replay old mistakes in our head like they just happened yesterday. And things we said, and things we did, decisions we made when we didn't know any better. We carry that stuff around for years, sometimes decades. And I think a lot of us walk through life with this quiet weight on our shoulders. This feeling that we should have done better, should have known better, should have gotten it right the first time. But the truth is, life didn't come with an instruction manual. Nobody handed us a guidebook at birth and said, here's exactly how to avoid heartbreak, failure, regret, bad decisions, and pain. Wouldn't that have been nice? But that's not how it works. Most of life is learned while we're living it. We learn by messing up. We learn by choosing wrong. We learn by trusting the wrong people sometimes. You learn by saying the wrong thing. You learn by falling flat on your face and figuring out how to get back up. That's part of being human. Every single person you've ever met has made mistakes. Every person. And that person you think that has it all together, they've messed up. That person you admire, they've made decisions they regret. That person who seems confident and successful and happy all the time, I promise you, they have parts of their life they don't talk about much. Nobody gets through this life perfectly. Nobody. And I think sometimes we forget that. We compare our behind the scenes to everybody else's highlight reel. We see people at their best and compare it to ourselves at our worst. And that's not fair. Some of us carry guilt for things we did years ago. Some of us carry shame over opportunities we missed. Maybe you stayed too long in a relationship. Maybe you walked away too soon. Maybe you made financial mistakes. Maybe you weren't the parent, spouse, son, daughter, or friend you wish you'd been in certain moments. And maybe when you look back now, you cringe. But here's something important. You can't judge the old version of yourself using the wisdom you have now. And that version of you didn't know what you know today. That version of you was operating with the tools, awareness, maturity, and emotional capacity you had at the time. Were you perfect? No. But you were doing the best you knew how to do. And that matters. I think growth starts when we stop pretending we've done everything right. Growth starts with honesty. Looking at ourselves and saying, yeah, I messed that up. I hurt people. I made bad choices. I ignored red flags. I acted out of fear. I let pride get in the way. That kind of honesty takes courage. But here's the key. Acknowledging your mistakes doesn't mean condemning yourself forever. There's a difference between accountability and self-destruction. One helps you grow, the other keeps you stuck. And too many people punish themselves endlessly for things they can't change. But what does that accomplish? You can't rewrite yesterday. You can learn from it, you can grow from it, and you can apologize when needed. You can make better choices moving forward, but you can't go back. And if all your energy goes into hating yourself for the past, you miss the life happening right in front of you. And that would be a tragedy. Because this life, man, this life is precious. It really is. And sometimes we don't realize just how precious it is until something shakes us. A loss, a diagnosis, a funeral, or a close call. Suddenly all the stuff we worried about doesn't seem so important anymore. The things that matter become real clear. The people you love and the time you have. The conversations you almost didn't have. The sunsets you rushed past. The laughter you nearly missed because you were too busy stressing. And we only get one life. One. Not two, not 10. Just one. And none of us know exactly how much time we've got. Now, that's not meant to be depressing. I actually think it should be freeing. Because if life is short, why spend so much of it at war with yourself? And why spend years hating who you are because you're imperfect? Of course you're imperfect. So am I. So is everybody else. And that's part of the deal. Being human means being flawed. It means sometimes getting it wrong. It means having scars. It means carrying stories you wish had gone differently. But those things don't automatically make you broken. Sometimes they're exactly what shape your wisdom. Some of the most compassionate people I know became compassionate because they suffered. Some of the wisest people I know became wise because they failed. Some of the strongest people I know became strong because life knocked them down over and over again. Your mistakes can teach you. Your pain can soften you. Your failures can mature you if you let them. That's the secret, I think. It's not perfection, growth. Not pretending you never fail, learning from failure. Not becoming flawless, becoming wiser. And the growth doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes growth is simply catching yourself before repeating an old pattern. Sometimes growth is pausing before reacting in anger. And sometimes growth is learning to say no. Sometimes growth is learning to forgive. Sometimes growth is finally giving yourself grace. And grace, that's something a lot of us are missing. We give grace to other people. We understand when they struggle. We tell them, hey, you're human. You made a mistake. But when it comes to ourselves, different story. We become our own harshest critic. Maybe it's time to offer yourself some of the same compassion you give everybody else. Not excuses, compassion. There's a difference. You can own your mistakes and still be kind to yourself. You can say, I wish I had done better. But also say, but I'm still worthy of peace. You can regret decisions without letting regret define your identity. Because what you did is not the sum total of who you are. You are more than your worst moment, more than your failures, more than your regrets. And if you're still here, still breathing, still waking up every morning, then maybe life is telling you something. Maybe your story isn't over. Maybe there's still time to grow, still time to love better, still time to heal, still time to become the person you're meant to be. But that starts with acceptance. Accepting who you are, not who you wish you had been 20 years ago, not some perfect version of yourself that never existed. The real you, flaws and all, scars and all, history and all. Accept yourself, then keep growing, keep learning, keep becoming, because perfection was never the goal. Living fully is. Loving deeply is. Being present is. Cherishing the ordinary moments is. The cup of coffee in the morning, the phone call with family, the laugh with a friend, that quiet walk down an old street, those little moments. That's life. And one day, all these ordinary moments become the things we miss most. So don't waste this precious life endlessly condemning yourself for being human. Learn from the past. Own your mistakes. Make amends where you can. Then move forward. And while you're moving forward, don't forget to live. Really live. Because this life is a gift. Messy, yes. Complicated, absolutely. Painful sometimes, no doubt. But still a gift. We only get one. So be kind to yourself. Keep growing, keep learning, and keep going. That's enough. More than enough.